YouTube's been slow as molasses. Hello. Took me 30 minutes to get YouTube to work. No joke, guys. 30 minutes. Guys, I haven't, Michael Clark, I haven't, I barely got time to keep track of what I keep track of as it is. Just to be truthful with you. It's hard to do at times. Hello. Hello. Well, guys, I come out here to make this video to say me and the Hiwaymen, we stand behind Senator Jason Rapert for blocking people that get completely vile on his page. I mean, I follow his page, and I see some of the comments made on there by people. And trust me, it's some of them comments people makes is pretty horrible. They get downright nasty, you may say, downright nasty. And apparently, I would take it that atheists, Satanists, form the same group pretty much, has filed lawsuit against him for restriction of freedom of speech because he uses his Facebook page in government capacity. Well, guys, ain't these courthouses all across America used in government capacity? And if you get out of line in a courthouse, start using vile language, that judge has the right to throw you out of court because you're interrupting court. Or he has the right to reprimand you for the language you're using, tell you to stop. If you continue, he will have you thrown out of court. That's also taxpayer funded as well. So I think Jason Rapert has the same right as a judge does because they're both public officials. They're both funded by the taxpayer. Just saying it as it is, guys. Just like if you go on a government website, you got to have some sort of order on anything you do, either in a courtroom, on a public figure page, anything. You have to maintain order on your page. And if people is coming on there using ultra vile language like I have seen these individuals do time and time again, and he has warned them, and then he blocked them from the page, that just means he's trying to keep order in a public forum because other taxpayers is also using that page as well. So I totally support him blocking these people that has come out here and was being vile on his Facebook page. Like I said, guys, I've seen how vile they get. They get very vile. So there you have it. Me and the Hiwaymen stands behind Senator Jason Rapert. He is a Christian lawmaker. And guys, I've sat back and I've watched these Satanists and these atheists attack Jason Rapert and attack him over his Christian beliefs. I've seen them attack Jason Rapert over defending the Ten Commandments at the state capitol, Little Rock, time after time after time. Now, guys, there's a difference in between free speech and being totally vile in a public forum. You have some or his belief system in something, and he just up and block them. I can understand them having a case. But these people are vile, very vile. And they use very vile language toward him. And the other people on in the threads. Like I said, I've seen this firsthand multiple times, guys. See, Facebook's back censoring me just like YouTube is. It's always good to know. So, like I said, we stand behind Senator Rapert and the decisions that he made. And also, a lot of what's going on out here, guys, is you have an attack on decency. Pretty much, that's what a lot's going on. You got a full out attack on decency itself in society. So, just let y'all in on that. Well, yeah, the Satanists and the atheists, it's a game to them to attack Senator Jason Rapert. And the reason they attack him the way he does is because he stands against abortion. He stands for God, family, and country. They don't like that. None whatsoever. So there you go, guys. That's one of the reasons they continuously attack the man the way they do. Just the same as they attack the rest of Christians out here. Public figure Christians, they attack him just as well. But he's also a very vocal lawmaker about his Christian belief. And here in Arkansas, there's a lot of people believe just like Jason Rapert does. And he's representing their beliefs out here in their state. And matter of fact, even though he's not in my district, I agree with him. He is a true champion against abortion and a true champion in lawmaking for Christianity. Now, if I come on here, just like anybody comes on my live feed here, and they're in here just really getting raunchy and nasty and whatever, I block them. But I'm not a public official. Okay? Taxpayers don't fund me. But still, yet, you've got to keep order on your page if you're using it in a government capacity. Just because you're a taxpayer don't mean you got the right to come out here and piss John Q. Public and everybody else off. Because you're not no better than anybody else. Like I said, and the truth known, that quote unquote taxpayer that's filing that lawsuit probably don't pay very many taxes, never have. Because usually those type people never do. You got to keep a job long enough to actually pay some taxes. But I totally support, and the highwaymen totally support him blocking these people. Like I said, there's no difference in him blocking somebody than a judge throwing an unruly person out of the courtroom because he's disrupting all those other taxpayers in there and disrupting the court proceedings. It's no different than a cop throwing somebody out of the police station, coming in and making complaint, raising Cain and being vile. They're also public officials. Why don't the First Amendment apply to them? No, they got to maintain order. Guys, if we have seen whether cyber laws, they pretty much mirror image laws on the street. Now you've had harassment when you're harassing somebody out on the street, somebody out on. Now you've got cyber stalking. Now you got harassment by electronic device. All of our online laws, internet laws, electronic laws is mirror imaging the laws on the street. So, with that being said, there's no difference in somebody being unruly and raising hell in a courtroom or down there in the house, in the audience, when they're convening a session and they have them removed as it is removing them online. So there you go, guys. Well, being full of difference, Brenda, being a hater and not agreeing with somebody is fine to come out and say what you disagree with them about. But when you're on there getting completely vile, using vile language, lots of profanity, that's a little bit different than just expressing your opinion on basically what you disagree with them on. Just saying it as it is, guys. I have black subscribers. Well, I'm not surprised. You know, color ain't got nothing to do with what I got to say, or it shouldn't have anyway. So I don't know why I wouldn't have black subscribers on YouTube, the same as white subscribers. What I got to say applies to everybody. It's just like what we got going on right now in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City come out and said that they're going to enforce the state law of public nudity. Now, I got a phone call this morning from a little birdie that weighs about 250 pounds and rides a motorcycle. The reason Oklahoma City is bucking the 10th District Federal Court ruling is because you got these demonstrators that's all going to get buck naked, get on electric scooters, and cruise Bricktown down in Oklahoma City this weekend coming up. Okay? Yeah. Guys, all this nudity and getting all this equalization passed, all it is for people just to come out and be vile. Okay, we see it all the time in LBGT parades, so forth and so on. Any respectable person is not going to come out nude with paint all over them and crap, purple hair, and they're not going to do that. Okay, respectable people don't do that. So basically, these people that does do that kind of stuff is what you call the armpit of society. Because anybody with respect, anybody with any morals, don't do things like that. Which I know that's big coming from that community to say such a thing is expecting them to have morals and dignity. And the only pride they have is how vile they can be. That's what that true definition of pride means to those folks. Is exactly how vile they can be out here to everybody. So I solely support the city, Oklahoma City, for enforcing the state nudity law. I totally do. I totally do. The 10 district federal court is liberal as hell. And I don't think they should be making law for the state of Oklahoma because the state of Oklahoma is not liberal. They're not supposed to be liberal. Last time I checked. Good thing Arkansas don't fall on the 10th district. What I'm saying is this, guys. Respectable people does not come out and act like that in public. No. It's different if you want to run around naked in your own home. That's your right. Even if you wanted to do it on your own property. That's even a little bit different. But when you want to go out there and right in the middle of a big city and put on a spectacle, that's all it is a spectacle. It ain't nothing about equal rights. It's all about pushing your sexual agenda on people. We stand against it in the Hiwaymen. I mean, really, guys, it's time this country goes back and starts getting some of their morals together once again. You want to know what's going on with this country and why it's self-destructing? Is because people has lost their morals. It's because they're stepping away from God more and more all the time. I see it out here all the time. This stuff, these arguments we make out here in society shouldn't even be brought up. They wouldn't have been 25, 30 years ago because people was decent more so back then than they are now. You know, guys, it ain't just that this country is being plagued with government corruption in Washington, D.C. and some of these state houses. This country's being plagued because people has lost their morals, their decency, their pride. People used to care about looking good in the community. They used to care what other people thought of them. They don't anymore. The only thing they're thinking about is how vile and what kind of big spectacle they can put on to get attention. That's what it's about now. Is how many shares can I get on social media? Can I get my face in the newspaper? Being a super radical activist. That's what it's about now to most of these people out here. And they try to push the envelope just to see how far they can get. And in turn, is tearing our society apart. So, guys, don't blame what's going on in this country on politicians because they're only half of the problem. The other half is society itself because they're the ones poking and prodding the politicians to make the decisions that they're making. And it's a good thing we've got politicians out here like Senator Jason Rapert that does stand for moral and decency, that does stand for Christianity. And I wish there was a whole lot more like them. Wish there's a whole lot more of them like him. This country wouldn't have the problems it has right now, I'll tell you that. Well, guys, I'm going to hop off here. Y'all have a good one. We'll catch you later. Like I said, I see Facebook's doing some real hard censoring. I only had like 30 people watching me when I can get 80 people watching me at 6 o'clock in the morning. But YouTube's doing the same thing. Tells me a lot. Y'all have a good day. God bless. We'll catch y'all later.